Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thanks very much for joining me for today's video. This is a makes video where I show you everything I got made up in November and December. So if you watch my Friday Sews videos, you will have seen most if not all of these already, but I do love making these makes videos where everything is combined in one vlog and maybe it doesn't have the chit chat and the natter that goes along with a Friday Sews video. So I do have a playlist of all my makes videos, so I'll pop that up in the hopefully in a card here and in the description box below, where I go through everything I've made in kind of monthly batches, which I really enjoy doing. So as always, if you have any questions on any of these, please leave me a comment in the comment box below, and I also will put in chapters as well if you want to scooch ahead to whatever ones you're interested in. So without further ado, settle back, grab a cup of tea or coffee, whatever is appropriate for your time of day, and let's get started. So first off is skirts, and some of these are just plain fun. So to start off with, these are in no particular order by the way, is my little Christmas bauble skirt, which I made on a complete whim because I saw a picture of it online and thought it would be really fun. So this is loosely based on a blog by Waves and Wild. They have a kids skirt, I think called the double bubble skirt, and they had a little hack to make it into a Christmas tree skirt, and I was always taken by it and I thought it looked really fun, so I said right, I'm just going to do it. So basically it's layers of tulle gathered up and filled with pom-poms and tinsel. I put some lights in it as well, and then I gathered it into a little gold waistband, and then I've got a little pocket at the back for the batteries for the lights, and it's just completely ridiculous. It's complete fun. I love wearing it. I pair it with a Laura PR top, a little green one, and I think I'm wearing a Santa hat. I'll pop in a video here, and it's just because sometimes you just sew purely for fun, don't you? And I just always had this. It was living rent-free in my mind for about a year, and this year I thought, right, this is the year that I'm going to make myself a Christmas tree skirt, and that's exactly what I did. So this is being put away now until next year. So next up are 3 skirts, and I'm calling this my grenadine skirt phase, where I basically made 3 of them in very quick succession, I might add. So this is a free pattern on the Maison Faux website, and the first one I made up was a pink one from Rainbow Fabrics, and it's lovely pink suiting, and it's got the seam line here. I just followed it straight like the pattern. I made a size 44, but I ended up taking a little bit in from the side seams because it came up a bit big, but this fabric has stretch in it, so that could have been the reason. I didn't add anything to the length. I really like the length on me. It's a lovely make, a lovely construction of the facing and a lovely construction of the zip. I really enjoyed making it. So hot off the success of this one, I made a leopard print one, again from Rainbow Fabrics. So this is the leopard one, as I drop them all. And for this one, I took away the seam line because I just didn't want to break up the print. For all of these, the fabric is from Rainbow Fabrics. I'm a brand ambassador for them, so I'll pop in my code here, Rachel !VIP, and that gives you 20% off site-wide. So that's an affiliate link, so thank you very much. So when I saw this leopard print denim, I thought it had to be a little denim print skirt and a little leopard print skirt, and I love how it came out. So as I said, I did take away the seam line. I'll link below the Friday Sews where I go over how I took out that seam and just cut the front section on the fold, but I think it's a really nice effect, and again it's got the beautiful seam zip insertion on the back. So I loved making this, really nice, and I have a matching bag for this which I'll show you shortly. The last one I got made up, and this was my Christmas Day skirt, which again is just a bit of fun. When I saw this fabric, I got this actually from Rainbow Fabrics when I saw them at the Knitting and Stitching in Belfast, and I was just so taken by it. Isn't it so much fun? It's as light as a feather as well. It's so nice. So it's kind of goldy, eyelashy, ostridy, glittery fabric, which I just love, as you know. So I did line this one. I put in a little lining below, and I did have to wear a slip as well, just word to the wise. And even putting in the zip and the darts was actually really easy in this fabric, surprisingly so. So I love making this. Again, with all these, I made the same size, and for this as well, I took out the seam as well. I wasn't going to make my life that difficult with this fabric. But yes, love the grenadine skirt. Really nice pattern. Again, free pattern, and there's a fabulous sew along for it on the Maison Faux website. So loved making those, and they were my skirts. Next up are all the tops and jumpers I got made up. So the first one I won't talk about too much because it's part of a collaboration with the very lovely Becky from Notes from a Sewing Room, so I'll pop in a quick picture here, but I'll link below the collaboration reveal video with Becky. So absolutely love how that came out. It's the Xoe top by Petite Stitchery, so very happy with those, and they were beautiful Christmas jumpers for me and my boys. So aside from that, you will now notice that I'm such a serial pattern repeater. I now entered my chasing butterflies stage. So I made 3 of those as well. So this pattern is from Passion Emporium and it's called Chasing Butterflies, and it's basically a bat wing top, which I absolutely loved. I'd never made one before and now I'm fully converted. The good thing about this is it comes in a number of variations, which is really great. So each of these is slightly different. The first one I made was in this white kind of glitter jersey fabric, which I actually picked up at Stitch Festival back in, was it March last year? So needs an iron, apologies. It's this beautiful glittery fabric, really, really nice, lovely to work with as well. So this was just a straight batwing with the crew neck. I bound the neckline, which says sewing makes me happy, and I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel about how to insert the binding like this, which you'll see cropping up in a lot of makes. But yeah, just love how this came out. So this started my love affair with the Chasing Butterflies. Shortly after that I made a grey sparkle one. So this again is fabric from Knitting and Stitching in Belfast. Yeah, that was Stitch Festival. This is Knitting and Stitching in Belfast, and it's this beautiful grey knit sparkle fabric that I picked up from Craftswoman. They're in Carrickfergus in the north of Ireland. Again, bound to the neckline with little duckies, and I've got a little rosy cheeks label that says made by my hands, which I love. So for this one again I did the crew neck, but I think I made it a little bit longer on this one, but I absolutely love this one. It's kind of a heavier weight one, more a jumper than a kind of a t-shirt weight, which I love. And then the most recent one I got made up was, again, fabric from the Knitting and Stitching Festival in Belfast. And for this one I made the cowl neck. So it's in a beautiful green. I think it's a modal jersey from Stitch Fabrics, M. Rosenberg, Stitch Fabrics online. And for this one I self-drafted a cuff, so the long sleeve version doesn't come with a cuff. And then the cowl is really nice, and again I did the waistband on this as well. So I just love this, absolutely love it. It comes out so beautifully every single time. I make a size 12 grading to a size 14. You're kind of limited with the width of fabric because it's all in one. Basically it's grown on sleeve, so you're limited by the width of your fabric, but again you can of course always add on a cuff at the end. So but it's a lovely make, really straightforward, literally a back, a front, a hemband, and then your choice of neckband. So I would highly recommend the Passion Emporium Chasing Butterflies top. Next up is the ermine blouse, and just look at these colours. Oh, look at these colours, aren't they just beautiful? So this is fabric from Rainbow Fabrics again, and this is a fibre mood pattern. It's the ermine blouse. I make a size medium, and I lengthened the sleeves by 1.5 inches because I didn't want them too short. I also added elastic to the end because I like to roll my sleeves up. But it's the most beautiful geometric fabric. It's almost like a kind of a crepe fabric, I think, and it's got these beautiful gold lurex threads running through them, which aren't in the least bit scratchy, which is great. The only difference I made was I cut 2 yoke pieces and I did the burrito, so it's all nice and neat on the inside. I bound the neckline, which is part of the pattern. I didn't add that myself, but I did use Becky Seamstress binding, and then I added a beautiful label by Little Rosy Cheeks that says all that glimmers, which I think, yeah, you can see that this glimmers an awful lot. And I also added on beautiful buttons from Ethel and Joan. They're clear buttons with little gold flecks in them, which are beautiful. So it's wonderful that you can just nip upstairs and Knitting and Stitching and say, I'd like to match these buttons, please, Louise. Thank you very much. So I think they work beautifully. It's got a beautiful gathered detail here on the front yoke, and at the back you can't really see it in this fabric, but it's a beautiful, beautiful blouse. I really, really like it. So I didn't add anything to the length as well. The length is pretty good on me. So yeah, a beautiful blouse by Fibre Mood. Next up is the Xoe Sweatshirt, and did you hear that? Something fell off my desk. This is the coziest make. It's so beautiful. So this is the Xoe Sweatshirt, and this is again from Maison Fauve. Beautiful wide neckband, really nice raglan sleeves, lovely cuffs, and it's got this beautiful detail, kind of this I don't even know what you call it, kind of insert panel here, almost like a goda here on the inside of the sleeve and the side. It's got this beautiful pocket detail here, which kind of looks like a welt pocket, but isn't. It goes all the way across. Really nice construction of this. Waistband at the bottom, another Little Rosy Cheeks, say Make Waves, which I think matches the blue perfectly. And then you've got the ribbing at the back, this beautiful glittery ribbing and lovely sweatshirting fleeceback fabric. Both of these I got from the Crafty Studio, so these are just beautiful fabrics. I've been wearing this jumper so much, and I have plans for another one because it's so lovely and warm. It's beautiful. It's got these beautiful darts on the front neckline, which give it a little extra, and then it does have a back seam as well, which you might have seen on the inside here. It's got a back seam as well, which will help with fitting and just general general comfort as well. It's very, very nice. I bound the neckline, and this one says Sewing Appreciation Society, which I really, really like. So this is a beautiful, beautiful top. I make a size 40, grading to a size 42, and didn't add anything to the sleeves and didn't add anything to the length, and it just fits perfectly. I absolutely love this. I really do. I would highly recommend this. This is one of my favourite makes actually from the last few months. Love it. Next up is what I'm wearing. And this is another Xoe top by Petite Stitchery. Apologies, I'm losing the light. This is the problem with filming in early in the year. This is another Xoe top, and this was just purely for fun again. So I loved my other Xoe tops, and I was wondering, I really wanted to make myself another one that wasn't quite as festive, although this is quite festive and quite sparkly. So I got this beautiful sequin fabric from Stitch Fabrics again at the Knitting and Stitching, and I think I just bought half a metre, and I really didn't know what to do with it, but knew I really wanted it. So then inspiration struck, and I was able to use it as the top yoke of a Xoe sweatshirt. So this is it. So the Xoe, heavily influenced by the lovely Tamlin from Sewn in the Tyne. She made one and it was just beautiful. So yeah, gorgeous pattern. Thank you, Tamlin. So I used it as the top. I didn't have quite enough, so I just did a normal back, which actually makes it easier to wear. And the way the sequins fall in this fabric, I had to cut the front on the seam, which I think you wouldn't necessarily notice, hopefully. But it still worked out really well. Obviously, it was a little bit tricky sewing this, a little tiny bit tricky. Sewing with sequins, all that kind of stuff, a little bit tricky, but I did break a couple of needles, but never mind. It was totally worth it with the effect, I think. So you've got this V detail down to the sleeves, and then the glitter all the way across the top, and then you've got the V at the front, and then at the bottom I've got little rosy cheeks that says made to party, which I think is very, very cute. So again, it's got a little ribbing at the neckline, and then I bound the back neckline in the most beautiful Christmas specky seams, just binding it. I'll pop in a picture here. So yeah, love this make. I think it's really, really cute. So as I say, the sequins are from Stitch Fabrics, and the pink French terry and the pink ribbing is just beautiful, and it's from Love Fabrics Ireland, so I'll link them below as well. Beautiful French terry, absolutely gorgeous. In the Xoe, I make a medium grading to a large. I don't add anything to the sleeves, I don't add anything to the bodice, which is just wonderful because I'm 5'9", and ordinarily I have to add length everywhere, but sometimes when a pattern you don't have to, it's just lovely. So yes, wonderful. The last jumper I got made up was my bow sweatshirt. So that's been put away at the Christmas decorations. So I'll pop in a picture here. This was basically inspired by something I saw on Instagram. And everybody on my Instagram account was adding a little bow to the side seam of a sweatshirt. And I just thought this was so cute. So I didn't know whether to embroider a bow or buy a bow or use my Cricut for a bow or make a ribbon or what to do, and I put it out on Instagram. People were so helpful. But then this lovely lady called Eloise Ezra put up how she did it, and I kind of copied the way she did it. So I bought a ready to wear jumper in Primark, pennies, a black one, and I cut up the side seam. I also bought in pennies a little satin ribbon or bow which came on a hair clip, which is very, very cute, and I basically hand sewed that into the side seam, added a little bit of gold trim because So Let's Sparkle Sam decided that would be a good idea, and she's spot on, thank you Sam. Put that in the side seam and then used my Cricut machine to put in Happy Christmas and a little bow to kind of mirror that on the front, and I just thought this was so cute and I loved wearing it at Christmas. I don't wear an awful lot of black jumpers and stuff, so but I thought it was really, really nice, and I love the black and gold accents. I thought it was very, very cute. So yeah, I love seeing random things online like my Christmas skirt and saying, right, I can make that too. So that was great fun. So they were all my tops. Next up are shorts and bottoms, basically pajamas. So I've made two of those. So I will show you my pajamas first of all, and these are another leopard print from Rainbow Fabrics, and here we go. Aren't they just magnificent? So lovely satiny fabric, absolutely beautiful. So for this I used the Helen's Closet Argent pants, which I made a good few times last summer. I made the straight leg, and then I made another version with the cuff at the bottom in linen, and I absolutely loved them. So when I saw this fabric I thought, right, let's do pajamas. So I just did the straight version with no cuff at the bottom. Oh, let's chop off that thread. I put a little bow at the front here to tell the front from the back. It's going to be elasticated waistband. Such a simple pattern, really, really nice. I've got the fit right on these now. I think I add what do I do? I add an inch to the length, and I remove an inch from the rise, and I really, really like that fit. I did a few toiles with these trousers, but I've got the fit now spot on. I didn't do the pockets with these. I just left them plain for pajamas, but I think they're really, really fun and look lovely with a black t-shirt. So they are my pajamas. And then the other things I made, which I love, I said my Resac is one of my favorites. I think these are one of my favorites as well. These are shorts, so quite tricky to see. Beautiful, beautiful black fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. It's a brushed cotton twill. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it was perfect for these shorts. So I started a hashtag shorties in your 40s, because why shouldn't women of a certain age wear shorts? Because I love the shorts and tights and boots look. I just love it, and I love wearing these. I've worn these an awful lot. These are the Châtain shorts by Deer and Doe, who've just been taken over by Closet Core. And I make View A, which is the mid-rise or low-rise version, and then the turn-up cuff here. They also come with a high-rise version and kind of scalloped edges as well, but I think this was perfect, and I just love how these came out. Beautiful instructions, really beautiful construction, absolutely love them. I can't say enough about it, I really can't. I made a size 44, and I added 1 inch to the inseam, but I didn't add anything to the rise or anything, and the fit is spot on. It's exactly where I wanted to hit, both lengthwise and on the rise as well. So it's got little pleats at the front here which give very nice shape. It's got pockets, then it's got this beautiful V detail here at the front, and then it's got the lovely turn-ups here, lovely construction on those. Then at the back it's got these fake pockets, they're just little flaps, and then it's got an invisible zip at the side. I would love to make these again. What I'm going to do differently is maybe get a matching zip, because there's navy and the shorts are black. I would make these pockets ever so slightly bigger, just the flap, make them a tiny bit bigger, and I would definitely make these pockets bigger. They're very short, that's the end of the pockets here, so very, very short, but I think that would be a pretty easy thing to do. But yeah, very, very happy with these, absolutely love them. The only thing I did with these was I wanted to put in a label, and it's a beautiful label, and it says it's what's on the inside that counts, and that's from Specky Seamstress. And I said, when I was putting it on, I was like, oh look, a seam, let's put it there. Forgot that isn't the back seam, it's the side seam. I won't tell if you won't. Anyway, absolutely love these, really, really happy with them. Next section is quilting and patchwork. So you know I'm loving this. I got into it around last January, so I've been doing it now seriously for about a year, and I am loving it. And the main thing that I got done was an entire quilt. So this is the ribbon box quilt, and it's by Cloud9, and I made it in this beautiful glittery cotton fabric from Trimmings. So obviously I have to pop in a full-size picture here, there's no way I can show it to you, but basically it's like this, all different colours. I bound it then with the same colours, and on the inside then I've got it backed with just a king-size duvet cover that I got from Dunnes Stores, a department store in Ireland, and it's lovely brushed cotton, absolutely beautiful. I thought it mirrored with the stripes. So yeah, so delighted with how this quilt came out, absolutely love it. So I'd highly recommend this pattern, and it's a free pattern as well. Apologies if I'm losing the light. So the next thing I got made up was a little patchwork goose cushion. Again, it's with the Christmas decoration, so I'll pop in a picture here. It's another free pattern by Tilda, and I just basically used up all my scraps, but I think it's really, really cute with this little bow tie. I think it's absolutely adorable. The other thing I got made up was a little ornament mug rug, and that's from the lovely Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews. She put out a tutorial on her Vlogmas, I think, for a little tiny ornament mug rug, which is the cutest thing, which I really enjoyed making, so thank you, Izzy. The next thing was a cathedral pane decoration, so you can see there's a theme here, and that was again on Instagram by Simply Eileen. So it's these kind of fold back, again I used the glittery fabric, but I think it's really, really effective as a Christmas decoration. That was a really fun make. And the little sewing machine ornament that I made, and this was a free pattern again on the Joe, June and May, I think in collaboration with Bernina, so a little tiny foundation paper pieced sewing machine, which is adorable, and I added a little Jazz and Wow snowflake button to that. It's very, very cute. And the last thing that I got made up was a little tote bag. So I saw this kind of foundation paper piece sew along thing on the Apples and Beavers site. I think she started in September. You could buy I think 20 blocks in one go. They were released every couple of weeks, or you could buy the individual blocks when they got released. And I saw this puppy one and thought it would be perfect. So my lovely granny had a big birthday there, and I really wanted to make her that little puppy one and make it into a little tiny tote bag for her, and it arrived on her birthday. So the gods were aligned, it was just perfect. It arrived on her birthday, and she really, really likes it, and it's a really cute puppy and little sled, and I just backed it then with some holly fabric. I have a tutorial on my website about how to make those little tote bags, and it came out really, really cute, and she's really happy, so I am absolutely delighted. So they were my quilting and patchwork makes. The next section is bags, and if you watch my Instagram or any of my Friday sews, you'll now know that about 1 in 5 of my makes is a bag. So yeah, it's no great surprise really, is it? I made a bestie bag, so as part of a gift in November, I made that for my cousin for Christmas, and she really, really likes it, so I'm delighted. An awful lot of these bags actually are part of a gift in November as well. So yeah, she loved that, which was great. That's a blackbird fabric pattern. It's taken the sewing community by storm, that pattern, and you can see why. It's absolutely fabulous. I also made a little a little pie holder to put cookies and Christmas treats and stuff that I gifted as well at Christmas. I'll pop in a picture here. It's really cool construction. It's by Patty Do, and the outside was just cotton, and then the inside I used kind of PUL fabric to make it kind of wipe clean and stuff, which worked out perfectly. Really happy with that. It was just a blog that they put up. It is in German, but you can use Google Translate to translate it to English. Works out really well. I made a number of little ouch pouches, which are the cutest little bags. I'll pop in a picture here, and I gifted them for Christmas as well. Tiny little piece of patchwork at the front, and then made into a little zipper bag. Very cute, fully lined, little tiny zip. Absolutely adorable. I made a load of them. I think I will actually make some more. That was a blog I found, and that's by Cornbread and Beans. Then I also made a slouchy shopper, which is a fabulous bag pattern by Incomplete Stitches. So I was very lucky enough to have won a giveaway for this, so I actually won this fabric, which is beautiful. It's a rifle paper cotton fabric, and then it's lined in a beautiful canvas with little robins on it. Gorgeous. This is a fabulous make. It's a little shopper like this, but then it's got a big handle as well. I just hacked it ever so slightly to add in a zip at the top. The inside, it comes with a lovely slip pocket, and it also comes with a little lanyard for your keys. So absolutely gorgeous pattern. Absolutely love Sarah's bag patterns, you know I do. I then also had to put on a little Rosy Cheeks handmade gold pin there. Can you see it? Absolutely love this. So I absolutely adore this bag. It's got little gold accents on the pine cones, and it's got little blue poinsettias. Absolutely beautiful, and I've been wearing this loads. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous bag, so love it. That was another one of my proudest makes. The next up is the caddy packers. So you'll notice that I always have my Adam Xoe's caddy here. So he released the caddy packer pattern, which is brilliant, which you could absolutely use as a standalone pattern, but it does fit very nicely into your caddy. So I made two of these. So I've got my first one that matches the caddy entirely. So it's got, vinyl here. That's my little Gen Hog seam thing. Got a little label, and it's got a little zip, and then I've got the little bees at the back to match, and that fits perfectly in the caddy. And then I wanted to make another one. The next one I got made up is this very cute one with my little penguin measuring tape, and the vinyl was very kindly gifted by Adam, the lovely Adam Xoe's, and this very kindly was gifted by the lovely Tanya. It says, "Oh hello you," and then on the back it's tulip pink fabric, absolutely gorgeous, that I bought recently when I was on the sewing retreat. And then Adam very kindly also gave me a little T-Rex zipper. Isn't that just adorable? So these are absolutely amazing. I think if you do have a caddy, they're amazing. If you don't have a caddy, they're amazing. So yeah, just a really nice pattern. Really great. And it's bound all the way around the edge, and I put in pink glitter as well. You can see a theme. And the second to last bag I got made up, sorry no, I have a couple more. What am I saying? There's loads more bags. Was the little envelope clutch, and that matches my skirt. So this was a free pattern I just found online, and it was by C. Kate. So I saw it highlighted on the Helen's Closet page, I think. It's a lovely little envelope clutch, so rainbow fabrics and lovely twill on the inside. It fastens with a little snap fastener, and it's just a very nice quick make. I really like it, so it's lovely to have a matching bag, isn't it? The next thing was a little teeny weeny, and this was just me practicing with vinyl. A really cool vinyl pouch. Again, this was just, I saw this on Instagram. It's by Center Street Quilts, and Adam's little pterodactyl one, because I was practicing with zips and practicing with this vinyl. Really cool little zipper pattern, really cool. And the top tip I took away from this is that if you're sewing with vinyl and it's being a bit naughty, shall we say, use a hairdryer, which works wonders with vinyl. So that's my top tip, and I just think this is really cool. I think it's really nice. Another thing I got made up, which is almost about to be put away for Christmas, which is the lovely Sam, So Let's Sparkle. She put up a tutorial for her lovely drawstring bag. So beautiful drawstring channel, it's fully lined, a really nice bag. And then for this I put in a little bit of a vinyl snow globe. You can see a theme with vinyl, can't you? Little vinyl snow globe, which there was a tutorial on the Dukey Club website on how to do this, but it's a really cute bag pattern, suitable for anything you need to make at any time of the year. Last but by no means least is a relatively new bag pattern, which is the Claudia Cubic Bag, and it's by Ellie and Mac. So I was too impatient to make it, didn't have any bag foam or interfacing, so it's a little bit floppy, but I love it. It holds loads. This is a new pattern. I think it comes in a small, medium and large. This is the medium. This Flamingo fabric was very kindly given to me by the lovely Mandy from Make It Sew. Absolutely love it. It's canvas fabric. It's got a little strap at the top, and then I put on two zips. and you can open it. It's currently got all my makeup in it. It's fully lined on the inside. This side has an elastic pocket. This side has 2 zip pockets, as I try not to let all my makeup fall out. And then you can open it flat on your table, and it's got a little bit here to keep everything intact, and it's fully bound as well. It's a really nice pattern. I'll pop in some pictures because I'm not really doing it justice at all, but that's a really nice pattern. I really enjoyed making that. Last but by no means least is the other category. Basically, I didn't know where to put them in categorizations. So I made a couple of book pillows. So I made these as gifts for Christmas. So it's a Stuart Hillard pattern. It's just a tutorial on YouTube. I've made some for my boys earlier or last spring, and I want to make a few for Christmas presents. So it's just fat quarters, and then it's kind of a self-lined pocket. It's got a little strap at the top. You put a little pillow in it, and I filled it with all little treats for Christmas, and I really like making them. I think it's a really nice pattern. I made a little fold over fabric box, another thing that I found online. I made that with I think I just had Christmas fat quarters, really nice, and it fits an entire box of chocolates, which is lovely. So really enjoyed making that. I think you could scale that up or scale that down depending on what you want. It's a really nice quick pattern. I also made a little coaster based on the lovely tutorial by the lovely Sam again, and that was a really nice kind of to get used to using the kind of Bondo web stuff and doing a satin stitch and working with felt. Really nice quick make. And I made a little teacup with a nutcracker. Loved making that. Then 2 more makes which aren't necessarily sewing but kind of crafting, so I'll sneak them in. One was a little flamingo cross stitch that the very lovely Mandy Make It So kindly gifted me, so I'll pop in a picture here. I had that hanging on my Christmas tree. It was lovely to do that. And the last was the lovely Angela had highlighted this on her channel, and it's the little wool bobble hats, which are utterly adorable. You put little chocolates in them, and we had them all around the table at Christmas, and everybody absolutely loved them. They're the cutest pattern, so I'll link that below as well. Really quick to make, just takes a bit of wool and toilet roll, and I think they're really cute. So that is everything I got made up in November and December. It is a bumper edition. I think I say that all the time. I did have the sewing retreat in which I got an awful lot of these things done. So that was basically 4 days in which I could sew non-stop. I had a few cheeky days off work, so I was able to just sew. And as you know, I just love sewing and love sewing. I sew practically every single evening. So I really enjoy it. I love everything I got made up. A lot of them were presents, which I love. A lot of them were really festive makes, which I also love, and some were just really just for fun. So I really do hope you enjoyed it. I hope that's not too long a video, and if you're still with me, thank you very much. If you do have any questions on any of these, please, I will be happy to answer any questions in the comment box below, or just let me know what you thought of all my November and December makes. Have any of them made it onto your list, or have you made any of them as well? If you like this video, I'd very much love it if you'd give me a thumbs up, and please also consider subscribing. I would love to have you along on my sewing journey. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all getting some time for some lovely sewing, and I shall catch you all again in another video very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.